Hello, everybody, and welcome back to 90.3 WMSC Upper Montclair. This show is King's Chaos every Tuesdays from 9 to 10 a.m. because I don't like myself, and I've now have been up for 6 hours already. So let that sink in. But I'm wide awake, and I hope my guests are too, because we've got one huge show coming up today. So I let both of my guests know today that we have a special topic. And that has been a topic that has appeared twice in WMSC news in the last week. And that is the Great Breakfast Debate. Apparently, it is a hot topic amongst these parts to debate whether waffles, pancakes, or French toast are the best. Not only has the Tuesday Morning Buzz crew argued about it last week, but also the Friday Morning Buzz crew had a little section where they defended their types of breakfast. And even the Discord has run amok with different hot food takes and some cold ones too. But that's the topic for today.
Things are heating up in the breakfast fandom.
Oh, you have no idea. And we have our Morning Buzz producer, Kenny, here also to say something.
I'm going to come on another rant. I just went on a rant an hour ago. Waffles are easily the best breakfast food. It makes no sense why they wouldn't be. Here's the thing. People say pancakes. They are just wrong.
Yes.
Yeah. They're completely wrong. I believe it was Patrina who said pancakes are her favorite, which is just, I'm sorry, Patrina. I love you, but no, you're wrong. That is the worst answer you could give because, first of all, waffles are better than pancakes because the syrup is held in the holes in the waffles.
Bingo.
That is the reason why waffles are indisputably better than pancakes. So pancakes out of the question. French toast? Well, that's another argument. That is an argument on whether or not you like French toast or waffles, which is, like I said, completely different. However, is Kyle standing up?
My head is out of frame right now. I'm ready to argue.
Okay, so here's the thing. I want to hear your argument first, actually.
I don't know. I just like French toast better. See, my thing about pancakes and waffles is they're very similar. Most of the time they're made with the same recipe, just cooked differently. French toast is different. It provides something different. And it also might be the cinnamon. I think the cinnamon.
Why don't you put cinnamon on waffles?
I don't know. But it comes standard with French toast, I guess.
Okay.
Kenny, have you ever considered the counterpoint that you're probably wrong?
No, I haven't. No, do you know why I haven't?
Because it's a bad take.
Okay, I will say
just grasping at straws.
We do agree that we should be grasping at forks.
Yeah.
But I do agree. We both agree that pancakes are worse than waffles.
I don't.
Yes.
Here's my thing. You don't count.
Here's my thing. You almost can't compare pancakes and waffles and French toast.
You
pancakes
can't,
and waffles
and that's why
I'm not similar.
And that is why I am not going to argue the rest of the French toast versus waffles debate. If somebody says French toast, all right, waffles, I like them more. I think they're better, but I can't argue that. They're two completely different things.
Yeah, exactly.
Pancakes and waffles, they're pretty similar.
Yeah.
Anyway, there goes my rant. I'm gonna go pass out for 12 hours.
All right. Have a good night, Kenny. I don't know what time it is anymore. There's no windows in here.
It's good night.
All right. Have a good night. So, yeah, I mean, that is a good point. And this is now the hill I will die on. You can't compare French toast and waffles and subsequently pancakes because they're not the same. So I will say I prefer French toast over waffles and pancakes, but French toast and waffles for me are tied for first. Anyone else?
Interesting.
I'm team waffles on that. I think pancakes are inferior to waffles.
All right. You might be alone. I'm
wow,
sorry.
I'm really being outnumbered here. I mean, French toast, at least that's something we can agree on. It's like good, spicy, marinated bread that you fry up on a pan, and I think that's something that can be very delicious.
That's one way to describe it. Yes.
Marinated bread. you can't take away that take from me. As for waffle, I don't know, man. Maybe it's because I'm traumatized from like bad breakfast waffles. But
Which there are some, that is true.
it's just like it's all about the texture. And I just don't like it when it's so crunchy. But the only waffle I can accept are bubble waffles. And it's kind of like this, I guess, Asian
Oh, is that like
dessert.
bubble wrap?
No, kind of like bubble wrap. Like it's like food bubble wrap, I guess.
Interesting. I was thinking it was more along the lines of bubble tea, but what is a bubble waffle? Because I'm curious.
So picture it like this. You know how normal or like default waffles, boring waffles, have like inverted holes, like you can poke them in, like beep
Right.
bop boop bop. For bubble waffles, it's outverted, so the holes are poked outward. I'm describing this in the worst way possible, but trust me on this. So basically, bubble waffles don't have holes. I mean, it's like you're looking at bubble wrap and you can eat it, and it's great because you could stuff so many little guys in bubble waffles, like Fruity Pebbles. Or
So
chocolate chips.
instead of what I like to call the syrup trap,
Yes.
there's hills.
Yes. Oh, yes. It's
Yeah.
a hilly waffle.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I want to try one of these.
It's really good.
And now, are the hills like air pockets, or are they just dough built up on itself,
it's basically like
or batter, I should say?
It's like puffed up dough and puffed up batter. And it's great because I know you could do the same things for default waffles by mixing in toppings and whatever, but it's it's so much better for bubble waffles because you get more dough volume and you get the substance crunch.
I mean, I am intrigued. I'm very much interested in whatever, I know what a bubble waffle is now, but wherever I can get one, I would love to try one at some point.
Now I want to buy a bubble waffle grill so I can grill up one in the office and be like, hey,
Well,
here, have a bubble waffle.
You can't bring your bubble waffle. It's hard to say bubble waffle grill to your room because that's not allowed.
Joke's
Yeah.
on you. I'm not a dormer.
Well,
I'll do it in my car. I'm kidding. I don't have one.
Yeah, just hold like a what are they called? Oh my goodness, the word is escaping me.
A bubble waffle buffet.
Yes, but what is it called when people hang out in their cars at sports games? Tailgate. Have a bubble waffle tailgate in car park.
Oh, heck yeah. I'll sell it out of my trunk. I'll grill the bubble waffles on the heated up engine and it'll be a whole underground business. There you go. I solved the breakfast debate. Everybody go to bed.
Well, here's the thing. Like I said, I'm very particular to waffles, but I will give credit to pancakes. They are so much easier to cook
They
Yeah.
are.
because I have a form of a waffle iron at home, and just cleaning it is not fun because there's so many nooks and crannies, and then the hinge itself where the what is it called? The top of it reaches the base of it. It's just it's too much to clean. I'm pretty sure it's still sitting in the cabinet with some form of waffle batter residue, and also the waffles never turned out good. That's why I only like them at like diners and stuff, because I don't trust myself to make a waffle. I trust myself to make pancakes and French toast. There's that. But
Yeah, honestly, I feel like that's another factor we should take into account for the great breakfast debate. Like, first of all, how easy it is to make for yourself personally. And second of all, how does it hold up in its performance in restaurants?
true.
So, yes, now you've played yourself for the waffles because waffles aren't that good. And if you have to clean up your griddle and you can't get those little chunky guys out,
Right.
maybe it's not a very efficient breakfast food in the first place.
Or
So,
maybe
boom.
I don't have an efficient waffle maker.
Maybe you don't
'Cause
clean
it
it good
was-
because it's not designed to be cleaned well.
you could just clean off the griddle when you're done with it, and not be like lazy, and just like clean it off when it's
No,
done
no.
heating up.
I do though, and it's still much harder because it's not okay. Shaina, have you been to Freeman?
No, I'm a commuter.
So you've never stepped foot in Freeman or Sam's?
Well, I did step foot in Freeman that one time,
Have-
but I didn't actually eat anything. But the dining lady was very kind enough to let me eat their Fruity Pebbles, and I walked out. So,
That's fair. Have you seen the waffle maker they have though?
I've seen it in Sam's.
Yeah.
but doesn't
It's
like
different.
haven't dormer or resident waffle privileges been revoked or something? Like
They
now
have?
a worker has to make it for you guys.
I mean, I don't blame them.
When What?
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if that's true.
Well,
It's
No, I make mine. I ate two. Wait, was it yesterday? I ate two waffles yesterday. Oh no, it was the day before. I don't know, college life. So
time has no meaning.
yeah. So the difference between Freeman and Sam's places. So Freeman has one waffle maker. It's like the whole
Yeah.
like panini press kind of like thing. So
The flip and turn, yeah.
yeah. So I went to so Freeman only has one, Sam's is two, but Sam's is both of them are different because one heats it for it can be ready in 2.5 minutes, and the other one is 3.5 minutes, which I think why. So and then also the one thing I don't get, they close down the waffle machines at dinner time. What if you want breakfast for dinner? I hate that.
Nope.
No.
No, at Sam's. So I go in, and so the one at Freeman it's like a customized waffle pan, and it has like the Red Hawk logo on it.
Right.
But as soon as you make the waffle, it doesn't show up. Like it's like a circle with like a little like hawk on it. It doesn't show up for me. I don't know why.
Oh, it's not on the waffle itself?
Yeah, it's not on the waffle. You can see it on the metal, but you can't
Is
see
it
it on the waffle.
maybe one-sided?
Yeah, it's one-sided. It's a one-sided.
Have you checked the other side of the waffle?
I did.
Have you
Okay.
looked under?
Just have to rule out all possibilities. That's weird. I mean, it's kind of like those toasters that are supposed to burn your toast in a certain way that a logo
Yeah.
pops up. I don't believe those work too well. So I can only assume it's roughly the same thing.
And the one thing why I think waffles are superior than pancakes is like you always hear Eggo waffles. You don't hear Eggo pancakes.
Yes, there are Eggo.
There
pancakes.
are,
I
but
know
he's
that.
right. They're not the name. Like waffles are, Eggo is associated with waffles. Yes, they make French toast and pancakes, but no one really talks about them. Although I will say, personally, I do rather enjoy the Eggo waffle French toast sticks.
Oh yeah.
They were my childhood.
Yeah.
Oh, now I want French toast sticks.
Oh, they're so
I want to
good.
see. I want to check the website Google Trends and see if Eggo waffles became popular when Stranger Things. came out.
Probably.
Oh,
probably.
100%.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, literally binging with Babish, Babish.
Bing-
Okay,
yeah,
that
binging with
guy.
Babish.
He made a recipe, so you know when he makes a recipe from a fictional TV show or something, it's a popular food that
Yeah.
people are interested in.
I mean, that's the whole thing. That's why I don't love too many popular things, because Stranger Things, and now Squid Game.
Oh, I
It's
love it.
literally, hey, this show is good. Let's revolve every aspect of our lives around this thing until we get bored of it in 3 months.
It's a good
Oh,
marketing
wow.
ploy, and I eat
It-
it up literally.
I hate it so much. Do you know how many low res mobile game ads I've gotten revolving around Squid
Yeah.
Game?
Really? I haven't gotten any. Oh,
Well, I'm gonna put this out there. They're most likely not the actual game.
Yeah, it's the really weirdly animated
Yep.
figures, and they're like blobs around, and they're like trying to chase after it. I hate those.
I
ads.
believe they're all under the company of Voodoo.
Yeah,
I believe they're like the only people who make mobile games now.
Yeah,
I mean,
It's
easy.
crazy.
Just play the Roblox
But I-
version of Squid Game.
I hate the ads. They don't talk about they don't talk about the game. They completely falsify the game itself.
Me and another WMSC member, Danny Gonzales, did an entire episode revolving around mobile games.
Ranking mobile game.
Not even that.
advertisements.
Not even that. We were literally just what happened. The mobiles or the App Store used to have games on it.
Yeah.
Now it just has spaces for ads.
Yeah,
Yeah.
3D simulations, 3D food making. Back in the day when it was just like create your own cookie or something.
Yeah.
and like back in like 2014, they would make like all these
Yeah.
different anyway. So I looked up Google Trends of Eggo waffles. So in July 2016, I don't know what score or what interest over time it makes, but in July 2016 it was at 20, and then there's this big spike up to 100%.
Yeah, I can see it. I can see it right now.
Yeah, it's like, and then a poof, and then it's like slowly going upwards. But the whole thing with Eggo waffles and why Eggo waffles are superior: one, optimal topping storage. You can't put strawberries on pancakes; it would slide
You
right
can
off.
make it like a burrito.
burrito.
What?
pancakes?
Yes, burrito
No.
pancakes. Oh my gosh, you guys are so
Um,
close-minded.
Well, here's the thing. I don't often do toppings on my breakfast material,
You mean no maple syrup?
except maple syrup's like the only thing. I
Okay,
don't.
I was about to be scared. I was like, homie.
I don't like fruit on my waffle. If I'm having fruit with a waffle, it's on the side in a separate bowl. And that goes for anything: cereal, waffles, French toast, pancakes, breakfast burritos. Fruit must be separated from anything else. That's just my thing, but I hate when fruit flavors bleed into something else.
Yeah.
Hmm. Hmm.
And going off of that, I'm much more particular to vegetables than fruit. But that is
That's
me.
your debate.
That is a debate we'll get to later because I'm sure we'll have time.
Probably.
But I will say I very am interested in the concept of turning a pancake into a burrito.
I mean, wait, why is this a novel concept? I mean, listen, picture this POV. You're walking around, you got to run to work or whatever. And you're like,
Pop-Tart.
heck. Well, no, ew, no, just get a strudel. Just get a strudel, dude.
Well, I mean toaster pastries in general.
I never liked Pop Tarts. Anyway, that's another debate. But imagine this: you need to run, you need to grab something doughy, maybe put a little stop toppings in it. You just grab a pancake, which is already very foldable, put something
True.
inside, then bada bing, bada boom, you're on your way, you're chomping on it, and it's like an easy play, easy eat. Like,
But how often do you just have ready to go pancakes lying around?
oh, that's what the Eggo pancakes are for.
Oh,
Little
okay.
did you know you walked into my trap with my Eggo
Okay.
pancake
Okay.
advertisement. This
Oh,
episode was not sponsored by
Yeah,
Eggo.
no. King's Chaos nor WMSC advocates for any one type of waffle brand. Do whatever you would like with your breakfast foods.
Yeah, just make your own breakfast.
Yeah,
Easy.
easier said than done.
I guess I'm so biased towards pancakes because it's literally the first thing I've ever learned how to cook. Like, I think I learned how to cook it when I was 8 years old. So I guess
Yeah.
that's why it has that nostalgia factor for me.
Now, okay, I'm gonna be honest. I want a pancake now. For some reason, we have been talking about all three of the foods, but for some reason, the pancake is the one I'm craving. And I don't know if that goes against my argument, but I really want a pancake.
Oh, I see. The
But, like-
tables have turned.
Not exactly. It's got to be a good pancake. It's got to be a fluffy pancake.
Okay, cook it yourself
But
right now.
Here's the
I-
debate. Do you know someone that makes really good pancakes and someone that you're like, I don't want to eat their pancakes?
I don't know. I mean, my sister makes pretty good pancakes, but she's not here. She's at home.
Yeah.
And also,
Call her
uh,
right now.
so I'd love to. And every batch of pancakes comes with a complimentary smoke alarm going off.
Well, I gotta say, for the record, my mom makes really good. When I'm at my mom's house, she makes really good pancakes. When I'm at my dad's house, well, I can eat it with I can feed it to the dog. Let's just say that. And I know they're listening because I told them to listen, and I'm just gonna call them out. I
Oh
know
no!
Oh,
I already know my mother's pancakes are so
Oh.
much better. But with the topic of waffles, well, they both don't have a waffle maker. But anyway, so pancakes get way more soggier than waffles. But at the same time, I like the sogginess of the syrup because it's sweet.
yeah, it soaks it
Yeah.
up.
But waffles are portable. You can easily have a thin waffle and wrap it up in sausage.
Um,
Like the Eggo
I don't know
waffles,
if portable is the right word to describe breakfast foods.
Yes, the portable waffle and pancake.
well, well, street fairs they make the waffles like the Belgian street
No,
waffles,
that is true.
and then chicken waffles. I've never
Ooh,
had-
I've never had chicken and
It's
waffles.
actually kind of good.
I've had ice cream and waffles.
Well, to be honest, if I want to make chicken waffles at Sam's or Freeman, at Sam's specifically, I wouldn't do it because y'all have known about chicken at Sam's. Everyone knows
Chicken dinner.
no, because the chicken is like still clucking.
Really? Oh,
Yeah.
raw?
Yeah.
Oh, yes, I
I
remember that now. Okay.
Rip.
people are sending like chicken tenders and they're pink inside, pretty much.
Eh, they won't
should
kill
learn
you.
how to cook a chicken.
Yeah, it's just chicken sashimi. Am I right, fella?
Okay.
salmonella.
Okay. Oh. No, I thought we were talking about chicken. Why'd you bring up salmon?
No, I said chicken.
No, never mind. It was a bad joke anyway.
Flop.
Wait, okay. How about this? We haven't mentioned the fourth breakfast type food bread thing. What about crepes? How do you feel about crepe? Am I pronouncing it right? Crepes are great.
I file them more under desserts than breakfast, but
they can be a breakfast.
no, they can. You're right. They can. I'd probably put them in fourth.
No, I want a crepe.
Crepes are very. See, here's the thing. I'm ranking them tied for first, second, and third, but they're all good. So it's not like they're major differences between places. They're all like squished together. Just one is a slightly more preferable than the other. But that's me. I don't know how you feel. You guys might have miles of distance between your opinions on pancakes and waffles.
Yes.
Okay.
When we talk about French toast, what type of bread do you usually go for?
Whatever's in my fridge. But there are undeniably like more optimal breads for French toast.
Oh, yeah.
Like
Definitely.
I forgot like sourdough.
Pita bread.
Yeah, sourdough. Sourdough is a good bread to use.
No.
Yes.
I would say brioche.
Yes.
Or challah.
Oh, challah. Challah is very good. I for one use Italian, no, not French baguettes for my French toast.
Baguettes. But those
I mean, you
boys
gotta
are going to be so tiny.
But you got to stick with the theme.
Oh.
French baguettes to make French toast with a side of French fries with French dressing.
We love these fried French foods.
This has become the most disgusting dish I've ever heard of.
By the way, WMSC nor does the radio. Are we sponsored by France for this episode?
France.
Yes,
Belgium,
countries are
or,
known to sponsor radio stations.
Let's look up the history of pancakes. Let's think about that. Let's see what came first.
Look, it is the perfect poor man's food. Do you think people back in the day had a random?
Actually, we looked this up. We looked this up on the Morning Buzz last week. Apparently, waffles came first.
What?
Yeah.
What? Excuse me?
Well, it says
that's what we think, but we also got another answer saying pancakes came. No, we got an answer saying waffles came first, but then we also got an answer that said waffle irons came into being way later.
Yeah.
So
I mean, that sounds more correct.
Weird. It says culinary historians believe waffles can be traced back to ancient Greece, where chefs roasted flat cakes between metal plates attached to long wooden handles. But they weren't as sweet as modern waffles. But the first recorded mention of pancakes dates back to ancient Greece and comes from a poet who described warm pancakes in one of his writings in 600 BC. And it was, and then in 1100 AD, Shrove Tuesday, which is like Pancake Day, was a traditional way to use up dairy product before Lent.
Interesting. So which is first?
Yeah, this is the new debate. What came first, the pancake or the waffle?
Well, 600 BC and then ancient Greece. When was ancient Greece?
Didn't they both say ancient Greece though?
Yeah.
So I bet they had the same
time.
As
they
were.
I like to think that the whole origin story is that there's just these two Greek dudes like who are like rivals in the market or whatever.
Romeo and Juliet, but for breakfast.
Yes, in like Greece, and they're both staring at each other like you.
See, what history often gets wrong is ancient Greek philosophers didn't care about the right way to live. They were philosophizing. Is that a word?
Yes.
They were philosophizing about which was better, pancakes or waffles. And then you had the Renaissance, where other philosophers brought French toast into the conversation. And through thousands of years of speculation and research, we find ourselves here today.
Wow, what a deep and fruitful history.
Little known history fact. Philosophers, philosophy is just a way to debate about food. It has nothing to do with way of life. Yep.
Very piping hot take.
So when we were talking about ancient Greece, it turns out that the ancient Romans did French toast in early 5th century.
Oh, really?
Yes.
I was going to say Rome too.
So in early 5th century AD, the dish now we know as French toast exists in the Roman Empire. And their style of French toast called pan duclis, Dulcis. Romans would soak bread in a milk and egg mixture and then fry it in oil or butter.
Wait, say that again. Spell it again. Pan what?
Pan Dulcis.
Douglas.
Dolces, I think.
No, Dolce
No, that's
has an
Spanish.
E in it.
Yeah, never mind. Oh wait, no, that's Italian too.
But
Anyway, it might be like sweet pan or something like that, or it's sweet bread. That's probably what it translates to,
let me see.
and that's very rough Spanish and Italian. So that is speculation. I'm not throwing that out as fact, but I wouldn't. I mean, often our French toast, modern day French toast, has cinnamon and pounded sugar, making it sweet. So it
Yeah.
could translate to sweet bread.
Do Cliss, Latin is sweet or sweet smelling.
Woo!
Wow, your Latin words came in handy.
Never took a Latin course in my life. Yeah.
Logic bomb.
So while we couldn't quite agree on what breakfast food is the best, we have one for team French toast, one for team waffle, one for team pancake. We're going to move on to the next part of the episode in which we talk about other dishes, lunch and dinner, because let's be honest, they're roughly the same group of foods. A big take among WMSC members is sushi. I, for one, am a huge fan of sushi. I actually had it last night and I'm planning to have it again tonight for dinner because it's quick.
Good for
and it's easy.
you.
Where do you both fall in the sushi realm?
I love sushi.
I love sushi.
Awesome. No debate there. Awesome.
Next topic.
Exactly.
Heck yeah, I did.
My only gripe with sushi is it's not as filling as it should be. It's not as filling for the price you can get it for.
Honestly, my way to like hack my way around that is I usually get as much as I love sashimi, it is somehow pricier. So
Right.
I like getting the cooked rolls, and they usually call those
okay.
house rolls or whatever, or chef's rolls or stuff. And
Right.
it's basically like the restaurants like fancier signature stuff, but they do like
Oh.
2 for 1 price or 3 for 1 price type of deals.
Oh, okay.
And if like you're not eating that with anybody else, or if you are with somebody else, you can get a bigger platter, you split it among yourself, split the bill. It's great. It's filling because it's crunchier.
Yeah.
And they have like cooked, I think they have like shrimp tempura or deep fried shrimp within the roll.
Right.
So that's what makes it more filling for me.
Mm.
That's my that's Shaina's
Now-
tip to eating sushi. There you go.
That when you become a DJ, that's going to be your show every week. Just different tips on how to eat sushi.
There
Nothing
are.
else.
There's so many ways you can eat it.
3 hours a week, sushi eating tips. No repeats ever. New tips every week.
Exactly.
Going on and whatever.
Into infinity and beyond.
Yeah, exactly. And yeah, no, that was my only gripe with sushi. Other than that, it's beautiful.
Do you all have like any favorite like rolls? Sushi?
Shrimp tempura. I usually have, whenever I get sushi for dinner, I usually get 2 rolls. Shrimp tempura is usually always one of them.
Yes. Very good.
And maybe some kind of spicy crab or shrimp.
Yeah, for me, it's also shrimp tempura. And if I'm really splurging on the money, I would probably get like a lobster roll because it's like
Ooh,
thick seafood,
yeah.
like, chunks. So I'm like, yum. But yeah, that's only if I'm like, yeah, I'm living big tonight, boys, because it's obviously more expensive than all the
Right.
other rolls.
Ian, what are your go-tos?
Well, I have this one roll from the sushi restaurant. Are we allowed to say like what restaurant?
You
it's
can say
from?
the name of it, just don't tell anyone to go there.
Oh, okay. So it's called Wasabi Bistro in Boonton, New Jersey. It's this thing called wasabi roll. It's eel, white tuna, cucumber, and avocado and spicy snow crab inside, wrapped in a soybean paper, and then wasabi and avocado on the top.
Whoa.
Whoa, that sounds like a spicy time.
I couldn't even name that. All I know is shrimp tempura has shrimp. I have no idea what else is in it.
Oh, I forgot to say
Tempura.
that eel's also my favorite.
Oh, eel is good. Eel is good.
Yeah, it's
good
so
point.
good. Oh man, now I want
The-
eel.
But
But oh, go ahead.
the best place in, I would think, I guess. Wait, is there? I guess the best place to get sushi,
In your opinion.
yeah, in my opinion, is there a Little Tokyo, New York City? Is
I
there?
don't know.
In New York City, they do have a lot of like Asian parts.
Right.
They have like Koreatown and Chinatown, but for some reason in my time when I lived there, I never ran into J-Town or something. And that might be near Soho. But that's just based off my memory,
Right.
my experience. But
Yeah.
So in my opinion, either if there is a Little Tokyo or a Little Japan or whatever, or Hawaii. Hawaii makes really good sushi.
Yeah.
And went to Hawaii like 2 years ago, all the stores had sushi because the clientele, but also they had spam sushi. I didn't want to try it.
Oh,
I really want to try
What
it.
is that?
it's good.
It's
It's
just to
good.
get spam, put it on the grill, and then put rice on it and cover it in sushi. Or cover it in
Interesting.
And
So
nori,
exactly how
right?
it sounds.
yeah, Norway, or nori.
Yeah, it's
Int-
really good. I like it. It's like a nice little snack, you know.
Interesting.
Honestly, anything wrapped up in seaweed and rice is a good snack.
Yeah. But this isn't much of a debate right now, if we all agree.
All right,
Eh,
debate food.
I was hoping
Uh,
we'd be at each other's throats at this point, but no such dice. Next one, peanut butter.
Oh, I love peanut butter.
Hate it.
What?
Yeah,
No, I'm sorry. Let me rephrase that. I despise peanut butter. I hate the very existence of peanut butter.
You see, my thing with peanut butter is like, I guess it's because it's ingrained in me as a child, but I only associate it with peanut butter and jelly and bread. So my brain is like, that's where it belongs. If you feed it to me on a spoon, or if you put it in ice cream, or if you put it in a candy, that's when I'm like, I don't like it for some reason. I'm just like, ew,
Interesting.
it ain't it for me. Other than that, I'm very neutral. I just don't think it's hyped up to what it's like. The
Right.
combo.
Okay. I mean, I can't even sit next to somebody eating something peanut butter related. The smell just
It's very,
it's
very strong.
overwhelming.
Yeah,
What about Reese's? Do you like Reese's?
Nope.
Oh.
I think when he says he hates peanut butter, I think it's anything peanut butter associated,
Yes.
peanut butter adjacent. He does not like.
Exactly.
Do you have would you, the stupid question, would you prefer to be friends with someone that is allergic to peanuts? Probably.
I mean, see, that's a difficult question. I mean, obviously, having an allergy to peanuts is not going to affect whether I like you as a friend or not. But with that, because often with peanut allergies, it's anything even related, like made in the same factory as peanuts.
Or a nut in general.
Yeah, exactly. So it becomes very hard. And that's why I'm not saying I'm allergic to peanut butter, because A, I'm not, and B, it gives off so many more implications that like are just not true. I just don't like being around peanut butter. It has no health concerns to me or whatever. And to answer your question, I mean, I don't get the question. That's just a weird thing to ask.
It's just a random shower thought.
Yeah, no, I get what you're saying, but like nobody's gonna go around saying, "Are you allergic to peanuts?" Oh, I'm sorry, we can't be friends.
Yeah.
Like, obviously, if you love peanut butter more than anything in the world and you have a peanut allergen friend, I don't know if that's the right way to describe it, but obviously you're just going to be cautious around the friend. You're not going to like dissolve the friendship or give up peanut butter.
Probably.
That's just my opinion on it.
Let's do some more debates. Is Pop-Tart technically ravioli?
As an Italian, I want you to get out of my studio right now.
I honestly just don't like Pop-Tarts, so
I mean, no.
Is
I would not consider a Pop-Tart a ravioli.
well,
They're
just to play
very
devil's
similar.
advocate.
They're very similar in terms of makeup, in which they are one thing stuffed with something else, but I would not put them in the same type of food. Ravioli is one thing, toaster pastries are another.
Is pierogies technically ravioli then?
That I would say yes.
All right, quick fire. Is deep dish pizza technically a casserole?
I just don't like deep dish.
I don't think I've ever had deep dish or a casserole in my life.
All right,
I like how me and Kyle are just dodging these by default of us either not liking it
okay.
or never trying it.
Is a hot dog a sandwich?
This is a tough one. It depends on your definition of sandwich, because if your definition of sandwich is two pieces of bread with sandwich, or great way of describing it, with something in between, then you could classify breaded chicken as a sandwich.
Yeah.
I have very
my debate on it is what is a lobster roll? If a lobster roll is technically considered a sandwich and it's one piece of bread sliced together and then they put stuff in it, why can they just I think a hot dog is a sandwich, but it's just the whole debate. And I remember in my 10th grade English class, you get extra credit, or they allowed extra credit that if you had a five paragraph essay or 5 or more paragraph essay,
Oh my goodness.
whether a hot dog is considered a sandwich or not, and they picked the best like 3, and then they got extra points.
Oh my goodness. I think somebody in my high school wrote a multi-page paper defending if a hot dog was a sandwich.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah. Like for a serious writing class, this is the topic they chose to write about for one of the papers. And I can't say anything. I chose one of my topics to write about the history of puns for my,
You better have
paper.
come up with a good title.
what was it? I forgot the title.
The what? The
the
whole
one for the pun essay. It was 5 pages on the history of puns and the everything behind it. And I still think it's the greatest thing I've written. Nah, that's not true. But it's close. It's up there.
Nothing like putting effort into the bit. Keeping
I-
up the bit becomes academic.
That was my
challenge.
whole thing in high school. And I think I'm gonna need a new Tuesday crew for the morning buzz because I said a joke today and they all groaned.
what was it? Oh, the zebra thing.
The zebra joke.
Yeah.
Why are zebras so hard to find? Because they're striped and never spotted.
Yeah, whatever.
Okay.
I
Those jokes
love-
that doesn't really. Wow. Okay.
I love it.
Big
And the-
dad energy.
The great thing is I came up with it on the spot. Like I did not have that prepared beforehand.
I think that's been invented before that joke.
Oh well. I've never heard it before, so at least I don't think I have.
No, just let him keep it. Just let him keep it. Let him do it for the bit. Let him keep it funny.
Look, this is everyone hates me for it. Do y'all put ranch on pizza?
No.
I'm not a big fan of dressing in general, so no.
Ugh,
But I am
ranch.
also one to eat my pizza from the crust to the tip
Why?
You know,
because I liked being weird in kindergarten
that's
and
valid.
it just kind of stuck.
Is that why you're bullied?
No, I was bullied probably because I had glasses.
Think about that for a second. Maybe reevaluate your life choices.
Nah, no, I don't do it all the time. Just every once in a while, I'll be like, hey, I want attention. Let me flip this pizza around. Which
Yeah,
is
'cause
not
you're an attention seeker.
that I'm kidding, obviously. That's not, I don't know why I do it. Just sometimes I like to get the crust out of the way.
No,
Then
that's
just rip
valid.
it off, or just stop eating the pizza when you're done with it.
Well, maybe he wants to eat the bread first before dealing with the saucy parts.
Saucy parts.
Yes, the crust
Do you
isn't
not
covered
put
in
sauce
extra
on your
sauce.
pizza?
Well, I do.
Okay.
Yeah, well, the only sauce he apparently puts is ranch dressing, which is by far the worst type of dressing.
Actually, no, I can't say I've never done that. I've had buffalo chicken pizza, which has had ranch on
Oh
it,
my
I believe.
God.
So
Okay, I think that's like for you how you can't approach peanut butter. I don't think I can approach ranch dressing. I just
that's
don't.
fair.
I it's because I think I remember reading this book, and it was like a book for kids. It was in middle school, whatever. And there was this scene where I think the writer was trying to do a funny, but it created such a visceral like scene in my mind because I had a very overactive imagination.
Right.
And the scene was like, I think he was telling this traumatic memory of him as a child, like getting dropped into a tub of ranch dressing. And
What?
it was crazy, dude. It was crazy. And I was reading it and I was sitting here imagining a baby flopping around in ranch dressing. And I was horrified. I was
This
like,
is like the Joker's origin story.
I never want to eat. I don't think I ever wanted to eat ranch dressing after I read that scene because I couldn't stop that image. And I was like, that is nasty.
valid.
That is gross.
Yeah.
The thing that when you said dunking a baby in ranch dressing, you know those videos of people like that teach their baby how to swim by throwing them in a pool
What?
and snapping. You've never
What?
seen that video?
What?
They're like-
What? That sounds like
They throw the baby in the pool and then they jump in and then they like snap their fingers and the baby like floats up and just looks at the snapping fingers and like that's how they train it. I'm just imagining
Yeah,
that with
it's-
ranch dressing.
Wait, you
Weird.
like a human baby
You're like a human baby.
into a pool?
Yes.
Floaties or no?
No, floating.
What the heck?
Yikes.
That sounds like, oh my god.
Okay, back to food.
Yeah, please take me back to food. Let's stop talking about baby.
I'll have to show you after.
Going-
we-
Oh my god.
Going off of ranch, I think the only time I can eat ranch dressing is with celery. That's the only time
I don't like celery. Celery's too stringy.
Yes.
It has a very
Celery-
strong aftertaste.
Yes, celery is very hard to eat.
Like, ugh. The only time I can tolerate celery is probably just dumping it into chicken soup, and
What?
at least
Oh,
it gets like soft and I
yeah,
don't notice it. I can mix it up with onions and I'll be like, yeah, it's a nice little flavor. But if you ask me to eat celery raw, I'm gonna be like,
But back in the day as a child, I used to eat celery with the cream cheese and then the raisins on it and on a log.
Oh.
I remember
But
that.
with peanut butter. Back to the topic.
All right, here's one I got for both of you. Mushrooms.
I hate it. I hate it. I hate mushrooms. I
Fun
hate
fact, mushrooms aren't an animal or a plant. It's just something fun in between. I
A
like
fun
them.
guy.
Hee 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 hee.
But
Fun.
no, I cannot stand mushrooms. Actually,
I like mushrooms.
that's
You
not
get
true.
out. My vendetta or the reason why I hate mushrooms is because if you look at they're in the wild. So, and there's obviously bugs, and then there's the dark gills around the mushroom. They can hide in the gills, and you're technically eating bugs. And I don't like eating bugs.
Chief, I'm sorry to tell you this, but the FDA kind of has like a standard for how many bugs can be in a product. There's a certain percentage where they're like, all right, boys, allow this percentage of bugs and you can feed it to the public. Anything further than that,
I mean,
delete it.
that's still pretty gross.
Yeah,
But I can't say anything because fun fact, I have eaten bugs.
ignorance is a bliss.
Yeah, that is true.
Honestly, it depends on how you cook the mushroom. Because if you ask me to eat it raw, I'm not going to eat it raw. Like, that's nasty.
Yeah.
I think it's because I grew up with Asian cuisine, so they come up with very clever ways for it to taste delicious, and that's why I have the bias towards it. I think in like more of American cuisine, the only experience I have with or that I observed from seeing mushrooms used is like cream of mushroom soup,
Yeah.
pizza, cream of mushroom soup. So I think you just have to come up with more funky ways, because
Right.
it's a very good way of getting protein, or I don't know, whatever life form mushrooms are classified as. So
I guess it's fiber.
Yeah.
Oh, licorice, like black licorice, or
Ew.
Twister
Nope.
itself.
Ew.
Blue cheese. We're
Nope.
doing rapid
It's
fire.
fine. I can only eat it with spicy
I
stuff.
love blue cheese. I'm basically Wisconsinian. Wisconsinian.
Wisconsin.
With Connie.
It doesn't exist actually, so it doesn't matter.
People, I'm gonna look up people from Wisconsin, or because what is the word the
Like we're New Jerseyans. I get what you're
Yeah.
trying to say.
I'm not.
Like, what are people from Wisconsin called?
Yeah.
Although
I can't
Wisconsin's not a
personally
real
say.
place.
I
Wait,
think it's a real place.
no,
It's a
Wyoming's
state.
not a real place.
As we all know, Wyoming is
Wyoming-
just a liminal space for
Wyoming is
cornfields.
beautiful. It's
All those
so pretty.
cornfields.
There's no cornfields. There's just
Potato
mountains.
fields.
Melons.
That's Idaho.
Fields.
Wisconsin is beautiful, especially Jackson Hole, Wyoming. It is so beautiful there. It's like near Yellowstone. It's beautiful. It's so mountains. There's moose. There's moose everywhere.
More like meese.
Moosin?
No, moosin.
Meesum.
I saw a flock
Fuck.
of moosin. It's a
Brian
Regan
Regan.
joke. So
All right, I have a one for you.
Bring it on.
Crickets.
nope.
I always kind of wanted to try it.
I mean,
I've listened to this very interesting podcast episode because with food and farming and changing climate environment, bugs could potentially be an industry, but it's just the problem is, especially in flavor and in Western culture, it's so deeply ingrained in us
Yeah.
to not eat it. Like, I don't know how we'll be able to get around that, because even for me, crickets I'm okay with. If you ask me to eat like a caterpillar, ew, no, that's a squishy boy. Don't put that near me.
Oh, I didn't mean live.
Well, some people eat it live.
Yeah, I don't.
like,
I mean, the biggest part about eating bugs is the mental hurdle.
Yeah.
You have to get past what's been ingrained in you, and you just like, hey, I'll
Yeah, and it's a really
tasty.
big mental
Yeah.
hurdle. Like, I don't know if I'll be able to get around it. You'll
But-
literally have to trick me into eating it, and then I'll probably throw it up. But
If you can get past that mental hurdle, imagine how many people you'll freak out at parties.
yeah.
I was on a family vacation with my family and two other families for a total of 12 people. And one of the families, their kid bought a box of crickets that were supposed to be flavored. And he's like, hey, you want one? I'm like, I'll try it. And then I got weird reactions from all other 10 members.
And what, your school or?
No, my family.
Oh, okay.
Honestly, I feel like crickets are like a very easy book to start off with.
Yeah.
Because it's like you can act like they're nuts. If you close your eyes and you crunch on them, it's like, wow, it's a really crunchy nut.
Yeah.
But
But I'm gonna be honest, it didn't even taste good. Like I had no qualms with eating it, but it wasn't flavored as packaged.
ooh.
Like there was, I guess you would have to eat because crickets are very small. You would have to eat probably a bunch of them to get the full flavor, but it just tasted crunchy. There was no flavor to it, which was unfortunate. But you know, it is what it is. It was also from an amusement park, so not the
Yeah.
highest cuisine.
My struggle with crickets is I used to have 2 geckos or leopard geckos, and they always ate crickets, and it was fun to watch them like chase after it. Well, not chase after it, just let them come to them. Is like just like imagining them like eating crickets and like they're like nah, like, they're, like raptor mouths.
Yeah, they kind of like, don't they stick out their tongue and they lasso those boys into
No,
their
they
mouths?
just like they like extend their necks, but they're
Oh.
dead now. Anyway,
They've got that like wide mouth, right? Like it just
yeah,
stretches.
yeah.
Yeah. But that's
But-
pretty cool.
I looked it up. It's denonyms or the words that are people are from, and it's Wisconsinites or cheeseheads.
I like cheese heads
Oh,
better.
yeah.
That's
I forgot about
funny.
cheese heads. Yeah.
That's funnier.
And what was the name referring to where people are from?
Denonyms.
Denonyms. Interesting.
Denonyms.
Wait, people are. I'm looking up the word for it is.
Well, who would
Oh.
know? There's some knowledge in this weird food debate that we've been having.
We spiraled into ranch baby dressings and crickets. Welcome to King's Chaos, everybody.
Exactly. That's what this show stands for.
Well, I'm glad to hear that we can all agree on sushi and we will forever be different parties in the great breakfast debate.
In the great food debate, we literally only stand together on one hill, that being sushi.
Yeah, fish is good. I love
And
fish.
everything else we have not agreed on. Breakfast foods, no. Peanut butter, no. Ranch, no. Mushrooms, no. Crickets, no.
Sushi, yes.
Yes,
Yes,
that's
yes.
literally the only thing we've agreed on in this entire hour.
Guys, I got it. Let's just have a cricket mushroom sushi party. Easy.
Wait,
easy,
Weird.
easy,
Together,
easy,
mixed
easy.
all together. Can you
Yes,
just
mixed
mix
all together. Just
No,
throw it
just
all into one
waffles,
pot,
no,
fellas.
Yeah,
on a
okay.
waffle.
Okay. There's only so much chaos I will allow on this show. That's where I draw the line. But
That's
with
the
that
last
being
thing.
said, that brings us to the end of another episode of King's Chaos. I've been your host, Kyle Pepitone, aka the Kyng-Pin parentheses of Spades, joined with my guest
Shaina Gonzales.
and
Annie and Hagen.
awesome